And your intro.
What should I do?
What should I do? What should I do?
What should I do?
What are my rights? What are my rights?
What are my rights?
A legal course of action.
A legal course of action.
A legal course of action. A legal Morse of action.
It's Friday. It's a brand new episode of Legal Morse of Action. This is Patricio, a.k.a. Rocky. And as always, I'm joined by attorney Erin. She drops stuff and she don't care about it. Morse. How you doing, Erin?
I am, okay.
You're okay.
Yeah. I need to get this on here.
No problem.
Got it.
Awesome.
We're good.
Oh, man, it is Friday. I am so glad that the cold weather has kindly decided to get the F out of Florida.
I don't mind it as like a change. I don't want it permanently, but I don't mind it as a bit of a change.
Now, it's funny how you, because we're from up north.
Yeah.
We're used to the shivering weather, but there's some people here in Florida that like go OD when it gets below 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's hard on them, I suppose.
I think it was last weekend where it got to like almost like 40.
Yeah, we were in the 40s.
And everyone where I was going to, like, they had like the big blow up jackets.
I don't even own one of those.
I can't.
If I go back north, I have to ask a friend or family member to like borrow a jacket. I don't want to own it. I don't want to.
Yeah, they're going to take up too much space in your closet. And I mean, I speak for myself. Like, I have no room.
My closet space is at a premium.
But like, how is your closet space? Like, because you have an extensive line of fashion. That's the most polite way I could say it.
I have an entire room in my house that I converted to a closet.
That's nice. That really is.
Yeah, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shoe racks that are like extensive shoe racks. Yeah, it's
because like
the whole production.
For me, like speaking as a guy, I'm not a sneakerhead. I know there are some dudes who keep the boxes of their sneakers and keep them nice and organized and detailed and all that stuff. I just like find the space on the floor of the closet, and that's their home. Like, are yours on the floor or like you said, shoe rack, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I have a shoe rack that I jokingly call a stripper pole. It's a stripper pole. It's not really. It's a tension rod that has little carousels of shoes that go around it from floor to ceiling.
Oh, okay. So, like, you know where all your shoes are at, though, right?
I do know.
You do know. And the chaos that is Erin's shoe.
It's not chaotic. World. It is very well organized. Sweaters, pants, dresses, suits that go together and I hang them together, jackets that stand alone, skirts and shirts.
Okay. So you were very well organized when it comes to your stuff. Oh, mm-hmm. I just got a picture of Starbucks. Love it. No, my fiance just texted me right now that she's on lunch and she sent me a photo of her latte and a bag from whatever's inside the bag. Like, okay, I'm actually jealous now.
Yeah, are you Instagram though?
Am I Instagram?
Like an Instagram post?
No, she said. Damn it, Erin. No, and because of you and everyone in this office, I've found myself going to Starbucks more and more and more. Even though beforehand I was completely anti Starbucks because it was you're spending so much money on coffee and. I'm just like, I just brew it at home if I wanted to. If I needed it, I'll brew it at home and I'm out the door. But people go out of their way to go to whether it's the Starbucks or the Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's. If people get their coffee at McDonald's, do you put your effort into going? Like, do you make time in your schedule to make it to Starbucks on time to make it here into the office?
No, I just show up later.
I mean, your name is on the wall.
So yeah, because I make the schedule and I'm the boss. But if it's not in the time in the morning, I don't go.
Oh, okay.
My favorite coffee is Mary Lou's coffee.
And we've talked about this on previous shows. Yeah, and it's not from here,
It's not.
from
I have to
Florida.
order it. My sister came in town this past weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Do you guys want me to bring anything down?" I'm like, "Mary Lou's coffee." So I'm re-upped for a little while.
It's like she smuggled coffee in from over the borders to the state of Florida.
Yeah, I love their coffee.
You recently went to Disney with the family, didn't you?
I did. That sister of mine came with her son, who's adorable,
Uh-uh.
and we all went. I
How-
bought Lily these cute little Minnie Mouse ears.
Oh, you got the you
No,
definitely have to get
I
the
ordered them on Amazon. And
Oh,
they're
that's right.
so
You did show that.
cute.
You should show those to me.
I got like a 16-pack or something silly.
So has the park changed since the last time you went?
Well, the last time I went was fairly recently, in the fall. In the fall, because we were a lot closer to COVID,
Mm-hmm.
they had, I think, much more of a limited capacity, and that was a really good experience.
Oh yeah, because like less crowds, less
Yeah.
waiting in line.
Even now, still, the limited capacity makes for better crowd. You know, you can get on more rides, and none of the rides really made it up to 75 minutes of wait time, or 110 minutes. Or
And that's heaven, especially like the people who don't live in Florida think that Floridians go to Disney all the time, like on the
No.
weekends or stuff like that.
No,
I
don't.
don't want to
It's
go
only
to the
if
parks.
families in town.
And they automatically presume like, oh, you can get us into the parks. You can get us into the parks. And it's like, no.
I don't work there. I work here.
What was your favorite part of the Disney experience that day?
I went on Thunder Mountain,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And that one was pretty good. I hadn't done that in a while.
That one's just like the roller coasters through the mountains, right?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the roller coaster that's inside?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. That's what I did. And I
that's
really
my
liked
favorite.
it.
That is my favorite ride at Disney.
I think usually we don't do it because the wait is so long.
Mm-hmm.
So the wait wasn't that bad. So we went on that one, and it was really fun.
Okay. So next to Space Mountain, I got to say, like, mine would have to be Tower of Terror, and then everything Star Wars. That's now.
Are they taking Tower of Terror down?
I hope not, because that is a staple of like the Disney experience. Like you have, if you go to Disney World, you have to do Tower of Terror. I mean that's.
We went and we made sure to take a picture of Lily in front of it because we heard that it was getting taken down.
Oh,
so. And
I know Lily being a few months old, like, do you feel like she had a good time, or like?
Yeah, she didn't cry for a single minute.
Oh, that's good.
She just spent her day smiling, took a little bit of a nap.
Mm-hmm.
So
right now, we are on the eve of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Super Bowl coming up this weekend. The Los Angeles Rams against the Cincinnati Bengals.
I have no dog in that fight.
Neither do I. The only thing that
Cincinnati that year, no.
Yeah,
no.
I didn't even think they were good, but apparently they're going to the Super Bowl. So, it is what it is. I've always been a fan of, like, I don't even watch the game. I watch the commercials and the halftime show.
I think the halftime show is going to be a big hit this time.
Oh, definitely. Over the years, like, yeah, I've been excited to see, certain acts, things like that. But like everyone on the bill this weekend, like I'm just thrilled about. You got Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J, and Kendrick Lamar. From those five, Erin, like who are you excited to like see on the halftime show?
Dr. Dre.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite Dre song?
Forgot about Dre.
Okay.
Come on. Classic. I like him. I
gotta go with M.
Yeah.
Because sure. I mean, I think you when you pass by my office every now and then, like, you will hear me listening to either NPR or Eminem. So
yeah, my husband also really likes Eminem.
So for once, I actually have high expectations for the Super Bowl halftime show.
I liked the Bruno Mars one.
I didn't.
Oh my God.
No, not the Bruno Mars, the Weeknd. I wasn't a fan of the Weeknd's halftime show.
It was visually appealing,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But like out of all the years, like, do you have like one Super Bowl halftime show that stands out to you? Oh, I just answered my own question. The oh my God, Justin Timberlake.
That was a good one, obviously. I
Hmm.
think NSYNC did one year, and that made me very excited.
Didn't they do one with Britney Spears that year?
They might, I think so.
Okay. Ah,
And maybe Aerosmith? Am I remembering this correctly?
I'm
I
th-
don't know.
I
Sometimes my memory plays tricks on me.
I don't know if I'm mixing up the Super Bowl halftime shows with the MTV VMAs.
But Bruno Mars was real good.
Yes, Bruno Mars. I think Katy Perry's was pretty good too. Like,
Oh, that was interesting. The left shark, right shark.
yeah, no, Left Shark. Yeah. Do you think like the dude who was playing Left Shark, who did what he did? I don't know if he did it intentionally or if it was.
No, it wasn't intentionally.
It wasn't intentionally.
No,
Okay, like at that point,
he wasn't like, if I'm just slightly quirky and off, this will be a big hit.
like the world reacted just like perfectly with that one. Like we weren't mad. We just glorified the fact that Left Shark stole the show right there.
Yeah, yeah. Funny.
So outside of the whole Disney World, us going into Super Bowl weekend, like what have you been up to, and how's work been treating you?
It's been good. It's been good. I have a particularly contested case, and I'm raging out on it today. I've been eating my rage all day. Oh,
So it wasn't the one that you just got off the phone with. I'm sure. Is it?
wasn't the one that. No, I like him. He's great.
Is it that big one that we're always dealing
Yeah,
with?
big one.
Oh, okay, the big one.
The big one.
Oh man, that one's.
Oh, I love my client in that one though. I like, he's just a good client. He tries his best.
I have the privilege sometimes of watching you in action on your depots, and every time that I sit down and watch your depots, Erin, like you tend to either piss off the other party or get them to cry. I'm sorry for saying it like that, and I'm not disclosing anything. I'm just like witnessing what has happened. The like, shoot, I'll say it. You worked a case for me a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That
I sure did.
and you freaking out of screw it, out of fucking left field. Ah,
That was a big win too.
yeah. Your first time handling
How many attorneys had you had and discussed on your case?
All
Because
right.
you have access to attorneys, right?
mhm. Fortunately, I am
You don't
so
have to name their
blessed.
names, but count how many.
I am thinking of the initiating attorney, the supporting attorney, that supporting attorney, the attorney who wanted to get in, but like then they left, and then talked to another attorney that our mutual friend introduced me to. And then he's the one who brought it up to your attention prior to me coming here. And then but then outside of that spectrum, we
consulted with some heavy hitters.
we consulted with, I think that case went through the hands of, no, because I consulted as well. So I'm thinking about roughly 11 or 12 different attorneys.
Did any of them tell you to do the strategy that I took?
No, not at all. And even myself, like I had doubt, and I told you this, like there were nights as we were looking over the case, like I'm crying to you because like, Erin, this ain't gonna work.
I was like, yes, it is. Like, it's gonna be so good.
And no, like if you're in the inner circle, I had a case a few years ago that some false allegations that hurt me bad, and I was facing a pretty messed up sentence that would have taken a quarter, if not half my life, if found guilty.
Mhm.
And you, who an experienced family attorney who works generally just on family alone, corporate experience in the past, and little stuff here and there, you've never handled a criminal case.
Yeah, I did a few complex business litigation and a few of those in federal court and took those all the way up.
Mhm.
For fun.
Fun, yeah.
I
I climb Everest on the weekends.
Yeah. But, not that case. That case was new to me. But
Yeah, and yeah, you honestly, like the odds were against us, but you just like you were like Han Solo when C-3PO was like telling like don't go through the astrophy. He's like, don't tell me the odds. I got this. And I think this is the first time that like I've publicly, well, to some extent, publicly, openly talked about my case.
Mhm.
And yeah, Erin killed it because we were expecting something of I was expecting something on the realm of, long-term probation or a short-term
Prison stay.
prison stay, but freaking
But the max was like 40 years?
30 years.
30?
The max was 30 years on my case, and you got the charges dropped because from what I saw in the depots, the case fell apart literally right in front of the state attorney's office. Now, mind you, majority of my legal career has been working on criminal cases, and I dealt with some big ones along that realm. But like knowing what I knew going into it, I scared out of my mind, but I trusted you.
I was like, listen, I'm telling you, I've got this. I really could. I can make this happen.
Hmm.
And I was like, if their plea ain't good, you better let me take this to trial.
And that was the thing. Like, I was scared of it going to trial. Like, that was the worst thing for me. Like, they look at me, no, guilty, and like, I'm not. I don't want to talk down about myself, but the court of public opinion tends to favor the victim majority of the time. And for someone of my stature who is, and I'll say it like this, I'm a 6'2", 260-pound tall Mexican.
Yeah.
I got beard, I got tattoos. I know how to talk to people, but like if you were to look at me, outside of the office,
Just physically see you, not speak to you. Soon as you speak, you're definitely
I'm not what people expect.
right.
And I've said it on reviews. I said it to people, when I talk to them about you. But yeah, I praise you, and I'm forever thankful for the result that you got me on my case. And take this as a testimonial. Take this as my words, not as her employer, not her employee, or anything. Like, this is a client talking about you, saying thank you for getting me what I got on my case. Let me drink some water because that was a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, no problem. All a day's work. So I do got some questions for you, and I do have a pretty funny story.
Before we move on,
go ahead.
I will say that I put together and I prepared all of your evidence long before trial and created that roadmap of what was going to happen in those depositions.
Yeah.
And I cross-examined everybody. I made them answer for the timelines, for the facts, for the statements, for the law, for the what the statute says, everything, and that's how it fell apart.
I had some suggestions from previous counsel not to do what you did, not to enter what you did, and holy shit. And I remember telling you at some points, like, hey, I would love to show this piece of evidence because I feel it plays to a vital part of the case. And other attorneys
went to the heart of the case.
It totally did. And the other attorneys were like, no, it's zero relevance. There's no need for it. And you're like, fuck it, let's do it. And yeah, not a day goes by that I look at you and I like want to hug you, and I know you don't like hugs. Speaking of hugs, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to everyone about this, and you as well. A few weeks ago, my board, the board that we use for legal Morse of action with the side of chaos, as the road returns, every podcast that I work with, I had this huge board that I've had for about 3 years now, since the beginning of podcasting, and that thing went to shit. It lasted its run. It gave us some great memories, great content, and then you came in. You that week, the board died, my car died. I was in a freaking mess.
I was like, Sky.
You swooped.
Like, oh, some guy to something I gotta save him from.
And you swooped in, and we're like, get it. We're gonna use it. We're gonna have some fun. And yeah, you got me this cool board that, we have some, I've programmed it, uh, and I'm so thankful when you sent me the comment saying, "Oh, it's on it. It'll be here when it gets here, but it's coming." And I sent you a GIF of someone getting a hug because
See, it's just like me. It'll be here when it gets
it'll
here.
be here when it gets here. But yeah, this episode and future episodes of Legal Morse of Action, with a side of chaos, any other project that I work on, I say thank you and a shout out to the law office of Erin Morse and Erin Morseville for helping get this, for getting me this board. Period. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Erin. Oh, wrong one.
I won't wear headphones, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so I thought I'd hit the applause button, but I hit the sad trombone song. I'm just gonna take myself out back.
Yeah.
I just did the shotgun thing right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Legal Morse of Action. Got some questions for you, and we got some complex ones, and I want to see how you're gonna what your take is on
I
this.
feel like I live this right now. I'm in like a stage of complex litigation for some reason.
I was gonna put the title on the show for for today. What would Erin do? But then I looked at the acronym.
That's right. What would erectile dysfunction?
I wasn't even thinking that, but that's even better. Have you ever want to get by?
Oh.
First question coming in. What would Erin do? Can a contempt be filed by me instead of my attorney?
If you currently have an attorney who is on your case, no. It's really technically a nullity, and I think there's a rule of judicial administration against this. If you're currently represented by an attorney and you file something, the court doesn't have to hear it. Now, in practicality, does it happen like that? Not really. No. The court may consider it. Your attorney might be able to move forward on it, but what you should do, because what the court has the ability to do, and I've seen courts do it, strike things that are being filed by individuals who are represented, is make sure that your attorney withdraws, get
Okay.
them out of your case, and then you can file something. And if the question is, can you file a motion for contempt without having an attorney? The answer to that question is yes.
Okay, so as long as you have an attorney, you can file on your own.
Right. And do not contact the judge. Actually, it'll be the judicial assistant.
Yeah.
But don't contact them when you have an attorney. It makes you look really bad and like you are not a person who's in control of yourself.
Or the attorney being in control of her client.
Well, it looks like they're like the attorney, I can only give you instructions. If you send an email and you don't listen to what I said, it's only going to really shine on the litigant because the judge might know the attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So if the judge knows the attorney and that attorney has a good reputation with the judiciary, and they know that, they try to remain professional, etc. And then this client sends an email when they have an attorney to the judicial assistant, that I imagine it's going to look like the client is not in control of themselves.
Ah, okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So
Don't do that.
don't do it. All right. Next question coming up. Can a final parenting plan be modified when both parents were significantly and emotionally distressed at the time of signing?
Oh, I don't want these facts. Probably not for that reason. They can't be like, we were both really sad about the divorce, so we want a different parenting plan. No. But you can modify based on a substantial change of circumstances.
Okay. So, like, if husband lost job or what?
That would be generally, yeah. That would probably go more towards child support than it would towards time sharing.
Okay.
But yeah, you would need a substantial and unanticipated change in circumstances to change your parenting plan. This is one of those that I would want more facts. Like, what do you want to change about it?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not working?
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, like, people or clients get to review these documents before.
9 times out of 10? 10 out of 10 times.
10 out of 10 times.
10 out of 10 times.
10 out of 10 times they get to review the document before signing, right?
Yeah.
And, you shouldn't sign something unless you read it.
Or you understand it, right?
Oh yeah. No, I even when I download stuff on my phone, I skim through it, or I try to make sure that
You read it diligently.
read it diligently, because this is going to have access to all my stuff, because I not only do I do social stuff on my phone, but I also do work things on my phone. And I don't need an app or a program having access to any of those files.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do my due diligence, and it's like, oh, yeah, I guess I won't download this app on my phone because it might endanger my other stuff.
Yeah. So that's also why you have an attorney. Read it. If it's a paragraph that doesn't make sense to you, ask the questions.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, thank you so much. And read your stuff before you sign it, people. Next question coming in. Can my child sleep over my ex-girlfriend's house?
Ex-husband's girlfriend's house.
Ex-husband girlfriend house, if agreement states only if he secures his own place or at his mom's.
So I'm going to unpack some of this question. Can my child sleep over my ex-husband's girlfriend's house? I don't know if that means with him or not, but there's no law against your child having a sleepover. So, yes. But if the agreement says that only if he secures his own place or at his mom's, I think that the argument could adequately be made that it's his place and his current girlfriend stays with him. If those are the facts, then he secured his own place.
So would you say, like, it depends?
Yeah, it really does depend.
Okay.
It depends. We love to say that.
I'm gonna move your computer. Can you bring your computer screen down?
No, I can't really reach it.
Okay.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretend you didn't see that. It's a very nice aesthetic here.
I get anxiety when I sit at your desk, Erin.
There's no way around it. There's no way around it.
Next question coming in. How can I take off the father's name off my son's birth certificate? When my son was born, my current boyfriend signed his name on the certificate, even though he knew the possibility he wasn't the father. Can you modify a birth certificate once signed?
Yeah, the father is the person on the birth certificate is the only person withstanding to terminate his parental rights or de-establish paternity, essentially, and have a birth certificate that would follow that de-establishment of paternity.
Okay. Now, we've actually gotten some comments on your social media, whether it's through the Instagram or TikTok. Actually, it was the TikTok.
It's been lit lately. Lately, it's going nuts. Oh.
Yeah, one of your videos that
you all can sing out watching this. It's fine. If you could put comments on my social media, though, I'd appreciate that as well.
It helps. But yeah, that's the one thing that people still get, like, oh, are you serious? Like, even if I'm on the birth certificate, I'm not the father?
Oh yeah, that one was
in this state.
I did a really ugly filter. I thought I was being funny. I'm not using a filter here on Instagram. You can see what my face really looks like. But I don't know. It's TikTok, right? We're just trying to make fun of our day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the way that works is you don't have any legal rights even if you're on the birth certificate. There are some barriers to someone taking your child away from you by being on the birth certificate and being part of the putative father registry. So if you have a child born out of wedlock and you have not established your rights, at least for free, Google Florida Putative Fathers Registry. Get on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you don't have any rights to time sharing, you don't have rights to decision making, you don't have rights to stop your baby mama from moving, things like that. But we got it. What was the comment about child support? Does that mean I don't have to pay child support?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're right. It does mean you don't have to pay child support, but the child support office, which in Florida is the Department of Revenue, they will establish your paternity and only your right to pay child support. They won't give you any rights to time sharing unless you and mom agree. So they'll establish your paternity rights, but not your rights to have time sharing. You really do need to go through the circuit court and get that done.
Okay. I hope you wrote that down, people, because I already forgot.
Or call me for a consult.
Oh, yeah. 407-900-7451. We have a great website.
Yeah.
There's so many.
You actually can sign right up for a consult there. You don't even need to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
If you're like me, like I'll download the app on anything to order my food and not talk to people. Just quicker. I get exactly what I want. I don't have to be like, oh yeah, and what about? And just £1. Yeah.
Being the oldest person in this office, I still like to have that human interaction. When I go to the bank, I go to the teller. When I go order, I still go pick up my food. I don't like Uber Eats. It's
I will. I will pull into, you know, I don't do fast food that often, but I'll pull into I like Chick-fil-A, the Lord's chicken.
Oh.
I'll pull into Chick-fil-A and park, order my food and have them bring it out to my car, or then get in line in the drive-thru.
Okay.
I do it at Starbucks. I do it at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, mobile order for Erin. That's like my favorite phrase.
My chubby self goes to McDonald's every now and then. Almost.
I do it with McDonald's too.
Do you actually have the McDonald's app?
I do.
Yo, my points are racking up. I love going in the morning because I don't know if this is for everybody, but if you scroll down to the bottom of your rewards and click double points, you can get the double points for all your breakfast menus, all your breakfast orders.
Their marketing worked for you.
Mm-hmm. McDonald's app, check it out. Available in the iStore and Google Play.
Oh no, I hear my little mini human.
Next question coming in. My son will be 18 in 12 days, but has been reaching out to me asking to move in with me now. His mother is constantly trying to keep me away and threatening my job if I take him.
Wait 12 days.
Yeah. I think he just answered his question right there. It's 12 days.
Wait 12 days.
Yeah.
I would, if I were him, I would go talk to his boss about what the mother of his son is doing so that they're prepared. So that if she reaches out, that he knows this is subject to a custody battle. But we have a knockdown, drag out case about a father who mom was so mad. Mom is so mad about the agreement that I got. And you know who this is.
Uh-huh.
And she cost him his job. She filed all these things that were false. Now he was able to disprove that they're false, but we're still in this like matrix of trying to figure out, you know, what we're going to do with custody. But she's so mad at him. She made it so he lost his job. And he can't get rehired because of what she said, even though it was proven that those allegations were false.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
damn.
you know who.
I know. You know, I mean,
the nicest guy.
Sweetest dude.
A terrible tragedy. She used their children as pawns. Incredibly infuriating. And I wish that there was more that I could do for him.
And it's more often than not that parents, and forgive me for saying it like this, sometimes weaponize their children in the divorce realm, right?
Right. But that particular instance is a good lesson behind why sometimes and they did come to an agreement, but I got them a really good agreement. You know, sometimes the divorce process can ultimately be more harmful.
Mm-hmm.
So even winning on everything, which is what happened with him, resulted in, you know, a really crappy situation afterward because she retaliated. Now it's a very extreme situation. It's probably not going to happen, but it did at least once.
A lot of shit happens. Next question coming in. My husband got his workers' comp settlement from DLC facility. Am I entitled to it? Still married, but been separated, and he's not helping with our daughter.
Worker. I mean, if you were in a divorce, you could advocate for it. You could make it a part of as an asset in equitable distribution. But if you're separated and not in the process of divorce, no, he can do whatever he wants with it. You guys are in an intact marriage. Florida doesn't have legal separation.
Legal separation. All right, we got a few questions left, and then we have Erin Reacts before we get out of here on this beautiful, beautiful Friday.
Is it nice out?
Oh, dude.
All my shades are closed. I was trying to get the baby to take a nap.
I walked outside to get my equipment, and I'm like, perfect weather. This is Question coming in. We are ordered to do all communications via the parent app. FaceTime is not part of our order, but I accommodate for our son's mom. Now she's requesting our son's daycare to use it as well. Your thoughts?
Good on you to accommodate FaceTime so that your son can see mom. That's healthy fun. It's good for him. It's good for the co-parenting relationship, etc. That's between her and the daycare. The daycare is a private entity, and if the daycare wants to FaceTime him, I suppose they could. But if the daycare wants to say no, she's out of luck. SOL.
SOL.
Statute of limitations.
Oh.
No, it's shadow. They're the same. They're the same. They mean the same thing if they're already run out.
That's a t-shirt right there. SOL.
Yeah.
And turn around. Statute of limitations. All right. Next question coming in. Does sole legal custody automatically default to me after her father passed away?
The father of your child, yes. Not your dad, but the father of your child, yes.
Simple right there.
Yep.
Boom. Next question. My daughter has a cheer competition during my ex-husband's parenting time. He is refusing to take her. Can I take her anyway?
What does your parenting plan say? Maybe. What you should do is file a motion, ask for expedited relief. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. I don't want to give you advice on what you could do because you potentially could be violating a court order.
You don't want to violate those court orders?
No.
God, I want you to have headphones. All right, next one coming in. A temporary injunction was entered against my ex. I know for a fact he has a lot of guns. The injunction stated he needed to hand in his firearms, but hasn't. What do I do?
I actually think there's case law that says that handing over your firearms during a temporary injunction is violative of your Second Amendment rights because you haven't had the opportunity to be heard. So there's a due process issue there. Once your injunction has been entered after hearing or agreement or whatever, and there's a final injunction, which I understand they say final injunction or permanent injunction and lasts 1 or 2 years. But if it's after that time, if he hasn't handed over his firearms or didn't hand it to a family member, call the police.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if they will do anything about it, right? We don't control the police. Sometimes they don't control themselves. But, it's, yeah.
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 Okay.
Good luck.
Let's take this
Call
one
the police. I don't know. That piece of paper will keep you safe.
Last two questions coming in, and the actually that one for the very because I like that one.
Mm.
We live in Miami. How can I get full custody of my 3-year-old when my ex is married to a tier 3 sex offender convicted in Delaware?
Call a lawyer. Make sure you get certified copies of the conviction. Make sure it's not older than 10 years. I have a lot of questions. I don't know what tier 3 means because I don't do criminal law except for that one time with Patricio. I don't need to know what tier it is because I'm just gonna win the case. I'm just kidding. I don't know that you would end up with necessarily full custody because that's not a legitimate concept in Florida law. But I think that filing a motion to temporarily suspend timesharing, I think the more likely remedy of the court would be that the sex offender spouse would not be able to be around the minor child. That is the most likely, and that during your ex's time sharing, their current spouse would need to not be at the house. And if they violate that, of course, you'll find them in contempt, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, coordinating with Chaos Guest. There we go. Awesome. And the last one, when I saw this one, I'm like, holy crap, this is a good question because I don't even know what to say on this one. How do I write a letter of recommendation? I said it like that. Oh, never mind. I write a recommendation character reference for someone in family court to their judge. What do I say?
Don't write a letter.
Don't write a letter.
The judge can't consider a letter without the person testifying.
Oh.
So writing a letter is really unnecessary. They're going to have to come to court and use their words. So if you really want to write it down, use it for your own notes. But you will have to come to court and testify because unless the other party agrees, right, which is the other party going to agree for you to have positive letters of recommendation? Probably not, especially if you're making it all the way to court. So better yet, make sure that person remains friendly with you and have them testify in court.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are out of questions. And before Erin reacts, I'm gonna ask you, Erin. You ever South Park?
Yeah.
Okay. South Park's just entered its 25th season.
Definitely haven't watched all those.
They're great. I'm a huge South Park fan, die hard. I've dressed up as some of the characters for Halloween because I'm a big kid. But I was watching this brand new episode, South Park on Comedy Central.
Yep.
I was blown away because there's a kid on the show, little boy. His name is Token. I don't know if you remember Token.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up a picture of Token on
Too deep.
Here we go. Let's see if there we go. Here is a picture of Token on South Park, and Chrome tab, South Park. There we go. Do you remember this kid? Ever see him? Ever heard of him or remember him in any way, shape, or form?
No, but he looks like a South Park character.
He looks like a South Park character.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just realized that I'm not even going to go into that. Forget that comment. Forget all that. We're going to go into Erin Reacts. All right. Earlier this week, I heard this story, and it blew me away because, for one, I didn't know that this was the huge goal for authors. And of course, for aspiring authors or published authors, one of their big goals. What do you think one of their big goals is, Erin, as an author?
New York Times bestseller. I don't know. That's what they all make sure they state.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. Like, get on the New York Times bestseller list, Oprah's book club, whatever.
Okay.
No, one of the biggest goals for authors is to have their books in libraries. Yeah, it caught me by surprise too. And
that's not purchases, right?
No, but it shows that your book has made it to a point where, like, it's available. I didn't get it either, but
okay.
Yeah,
I'll accept it.
Yeah, thank you for accepting it. I didn't know how to go into detail on that one. But there's this little boy, who since he was 5 has been writing little books on his own. Never did anything with them, but he just enjoyed making books. But this 8-year-old, let me put it up on the screen. This 8-year-old boy is a hit with at his library. He offers advice for aspiring authors. So this little kid made his own book, and it's called, where was it? It is called uh Dylan Helberg's Christmas, written by Dylan Helberg himself basically. And instead of getting it published, what he did was take the book and just stick it at his library.
He just put a label that looked legit on it.
Yeah, just exactly like that. He took some stickers, he made his own book, and he put it at the library. And then he told his mom about it because the next day he came to the library, the book was gone. So like,
It was refiled.
that's what the family thought.
Oh.
But apparently the book was checked out. The book was checked out and actually got a following. And this kid's book right now is on a year-long wait list. This thing has hit CNN, New York Times, Washington Post. An 8-year-old boy made his own book, put it in the library, and there are so many things.
That is so adorable and heartwarming. And I hope that it becomes mass production.
I hope so too. I'm trying to see how Dylan snuck his book into the hearts of local readers. So after it was all handwritten.
Oh,
So after he handwrote his latest story
Little
during
pumpkin.
Christmas break, The Invention of Hilberg's Christmas by Dylan Hilberg himself, he hatched a plan to slip the book into shelves of the local library. And here's the thing, like, how many pages do you think Dylan's book is?
43.
81.
What?
An 81-page, fully illustrated comic book.
Get it, Dylan.
And yeah, so the library, when the library found it, they processed it, and according to the heads of the library, because it meets the criteria of a book to be entered into the library, Dylan's book is now in the library system.
That's adorable. That's so cute.
So applause to Dylan on that one for.
So I remember in school, or because I'm a nerd, that there's like an interlibrary system where they will mail books.
Yes.
So that's probably what's happening. Maybe we need to go check it out next year.
See what you did there.
Get out.
Oh man, but no, I probably right. It'll probably get picked up by a publishing company, get mass produced, and this little boy will probably have his college paid off before he's even 9 years old.
Oh, Jennifer Benjamin. So he's writing another book. You haven't heard? That's adorable.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that is awesome.
My heart. He's so cute. Oh, I want both. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, like after I heard the story myself, I'm like, I want to read this book. Because in the interviews, because like this kid is blowing up, they're showing the illustrations, and at one point the kid travels in time and he faces a turkey monster.
That's it.
That's it. I'm sold. I want to see the turkey monster. I want to see what happens at that point. Dee Dee, hi.
Wow. I can see you now. That's okay.
So yeah, as we're wrapping up, Erin, as we're entering the eve of the soul, eve of the weekend.
It's under there. But there's a diaper if you need it.
With all the questions we had today.
Baby needs a diaper. It's real life here.
What are your final thoughts as we're wrapping up the show?
My final thoughts are, I had some good ones. What pieces of advice have I given out this week? When you have a baby, you need to use special laundry detergent.
That I know.
They need special, like, everything. Even snacks. I don't know. I don't know. Go for it. That's gonna be the theme of today, right? I went for it with Patricio's case. I went for it with opening my own farm. I went for it with pretty much everything.
That's it. We're out. We're out.
You don't want to put that up? Yeah.
If you're on a
That's it. Just close it down.
we'll see you guys next week.